Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan. Welcome to Monday's slate of games. Before we get started, I want to say congratulations to my guy Ev from Guy Boston Sports. I saw he got his 100K plaque, which is awesome to see. I know he had some issues with some false strikes there for a minute, and then they took them away, and he got his plaque. So in honor of that, got my Fave Me jersey on that he sent me for Christmas a year ago. But for Monday, we have a decent slate of games. I don't have everything out right now. I'm going to give you some matchups that I see that I like, but I also do have some picks. I have a decent amount of picks for an average video, but you will see images that come up on the screen right here. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be links in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier, and I said that plural, but there will be just one. So check out the one for Outlier for the 7-day free trial. I want to talk about some back-to-backs. Teams are going to be on a back-to-back, and it's not going to be many. It's going to be the Magic on the road against the fresh Knicks, so look out for a blowout potential there if Jalen Suggs doesn't play. And then the Kings will be on a back-to-back at home against a fresh Heat team, but the Heat without Jimmy Butler looked awful last time around. We'll see how they play with a Kings team that will be on a back-to-back. So just a couple of things to think about and look out for. And then as far as some matchups I took a look at for the lines that are not out yet, one of them is going to be a King, and it's going to be this Domantas Sabonis rebounds against the Heat. The Heat give up the fourth most rebounds to the center position, and historically the past 2 seasons he's got 17 rebounds, 14 and 16 rebounds against them. So hopefully, that line is going to be pretty high, but we'll see where it comes out at. Hopefully we can get it around like 13.5, and that would cover all of these. Keep an eye out for Domantas Sabonis. Those lines won't come out until the Kings game is over, which is going on right now for me. Then for the Pistons, who actually had a pretty good game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they actually blew them out. Anthony Edwards just kind of took everything upon himself, and it didn't quite work out for them when it came to winning. But Cade Cunningham has a really good matchup versus the Portland Trailblazers. They give up the 2nd most points to the point guard position, the 6th most assists to the point guard position, and the Blazers in his career, he scored 23, 30, 25, and 26. So keep an eye out for his points and also his assist. I know his assist hasn't been too great as of late, but he did have a decent one last game. And then another guy for the Pistons will be Malik Beasley. Jaden Ivey got injured, and he's been coming off the bench at the shooting guard position. They give up the 4th most 3-pointers to the shooting guard position. He's made 17 points a game over the last 10 games and 4 3-pointers a game over the last 10 games. So Malik Beasley, keep an eye out for him. His lines probably will be pretty high, around 14.5. Hope that would be nice if we get 14.5, and then you'll probably see his 3-pointers at 3.5. But we're looking, you could outline some of that stuff if you're looking to put like a parlay together to 2.5 3-pointers made over or something like that, and mix it with Cade Cunningham assists and points, and you can make a nice same game parlay there. And the Trailblazers have some guys who can score too. We'll just keep an eye out for those lines. Those picks will be in the pinned comment as they come out, more than likely tomorrow. If I see something later tonight, maybe I'll throw it in the pinned comment, but we shall see. So I have 4 different picks for you guys. So this first one, I was going back and forth on it because I feel like it's a point too high or maybe a couple of points too high, maybe a basket too high. But I told myself when I see this guy play in another fast-paced matchup, I'm going to take him, and he's in another one. So it's Victor Wembanyama over 26.5 points. He's going up against Chicago. Now, why do I say that? He was going up against Atlanta, who played the 2nd fastest pace in the NBA. I said I'm going to take him because he's playing at a fast pace. He dropped 42 points. So Chicago plays at the 2nd fastest pace, and it looks like Wembanyama kind of thrives in that environment where the pace is up and down, and he can take those quick 3-pointers like he's been doing, or get a basket, a layup, dunk, easy stuff. He's not playing half court basketball trying to get himself open. It's just quick, and a lot of scoring going on, and there should be a lot of scoring in this game between the Bulls and the Spurs. So games against top 5 fast-paced teams. Denver, he scored 35 points, and then he played a back-to-back against them. Didn't shoot as well in the back-to-back and scored just 20. Of course, Atlanta, he scored 42. He played Washington, who played the 4th fastest pace. He scored 50 against them. And then a tidbit, the 7th fastest pace, he played Sacramento twice and scored 34 against them 2 different times. So he likes the fast pace. So Chicago, 2nd fastest pace. And to go on top of that, they give up the most overall points to teams, and they give up the 3rd most points to the center position. This is not my classic checklist play because historically, his rookie year, he did not go over this against Chicago. So we're looking for a different Victor Wembanyama, one that takes a bunch of threes in this matchup. So I like him over 26.5 points. If you want to parlay it and alt it down to like 25 plus, I don't think that's a bad move either. So if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can say anything. You can tell me your favorite number. You can just tell me your favorite pick of the day. It doesn't matter. It helps get the video out there for more people to see. And also, if you want to get away from something like Prizepicks, a lot of people have been using Prizepicks. They have a lot of flat lines and everything, and get more dynamic payouts, more options. Check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, ChalkBoard, or better. Better will match your first deposit up to $200. The rest will do it up to $100. Links are in the description. That'll take you there with the promo code. Thank you to anyone who uses that. Promo code is FINAROUND11. So this next pick is going to be on the other side of things. The Spurs, they have some weak spots. You could go with center position like Nikola Vucevic. I think that's a good play, but I'm going to go with Coby White over 22.5 points plus assist at -120. Now you'll see a bunch of green here. You'll see 5 bars. All green right there, and that's because these are the last 5 games with Ayo Dosunmu out. They just happen to be the last 5 games he has played. Ayo Dosunmu will be out again. If you don't know who Ayo Dosunmu is, he was the backup shooting guard. So Coby White is getting more run at the shooting guard position and not having to fight for those minutes at the shooting guard position. So the matchup is the Spurs. They give up the 10th most points to the shooting guard position and also the 9th most assists to the shooting guard position. And he cleared this line last year in 2 out of 3 games. So I really like the hit rate here, 100%. Playing great with Ayo Dosunmu out, and at home he just dropped 33 points along with Zach LaVine, who also dropped 33 points. So they have a lot of scorers in this lineup. Josh Giddey, rebounds, assists, you're going to see that a lot all over the place. But going with Coby White, he has kind of burned me in the past when it comes to scoring, but he's also done well for me. So hoping in this matchup with Ayo Dosunmu, he can continue his hot streak that he has going, especially at home. And then these next 2 picks are going to be a couple of unders that I like. One I've taken a few times, and it's like a 100% hit rate for me since I've taken it. It's Nic Claxton under 2.5 assists at -125. This is a checklist play. The matchup is the Pacers. They give up the 4th least assists to the center position. That is an A matchup. The recent history, he has gone under in 13 out of the last 16 games and 9 out of the last 11. He averages 3 potential assists over the last 5 games. So he needs to convert every single potential assist that he gets. He's not necessarily getting that done. He's not necessarily a passer. They're not running plays through him for him to pass it to a guy. If he gets an assist, it's probably going to be off of like a handoff or something like that. The Nets aren't necessarily an offensive juggernaut as of right now. They have a bunch of guys who have been in and out with injuries. Nic Claxton, he has been able to score a decent amount with D'Angelo Russell there, who's been in and out with injuries. But assist-wise, he hasn't been getting it done too much. So head-to-head, he has gone under in 5 straight games against the Pacers. That is an A. In home and away, he has gone under in 8 of the last 9 home games. That is an A. This is an overall grade of an A. Clean sweep there with A's for Nic Claxton, under 2.5 assists. And this next under is an interesting one. It's based off a minutes restriction. It's going to be Kawhi Leonard, under 6.5 rebounds plus assist. The matchup is the Timberwolves, who give up the 2nd least rebounds and the fourth least assists to the power forward position where they have him slotted at. He played just 19 and a half minutes in his debut on the season. And I read, interviews with Kawhi Leonard. He said he's not on anyone else's timeline. He's on his own. He's going to work his way back into the lineup slowly. Don't expect him to drop 20, 30, 40 a game. Expect him to slowly work his way back in. And he took 11 shots in that first game. He didn't shoot too well. It is a tough matchup for scoring, but that volume still, he could get hot and just go over points, rebounds, and assists. But rebounds and assists, something you need to hustle for, something you need to have plays built around for. And if you're just trying to get your shot back, you're not going to be, trying to set other guys up. You're going to be trying to get your own game back. And something that else looks good with this play is he went under in 3 out of 4 games last year. A couple of these, he played a full game's minutes. One of them, he got hurt or he was on a minutes restriction and he went under. So even playing a full game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves last year, he was going under this line. So now you're going to cap him at 20 minutes-ish, 22 if they're working him back really slowly. So I like the under here for Kawhi Leonard on 6.5 rebounds plus assists. So it's 4 different picks for you guys. Also some matchups to take a look at. Check the pinned comment for future plays. Pinned comment has not been nice to me over the past couple of videos, but we can get back to it, and the pinned comment can start doing well. I've been having some pretty good reads, but they just haven't been hitting. And I'll go over that in a second. But if you want to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there, discuss basketball, discuss playoff football, playoff college football, all that good stuff. It's free. You can just hop on in there, bring your research, and just compare it with everyone else's research. So I'd love to see you in there. And then as far as the recap goes, the video plays did well, and then the pinned comment did not do too well. I had D'Angelo Russell over 5.5 assists. He got injured again. Someone had pointed out in the comments that he got injured at the end of the previous game. I believe that was a cramp. This time around, he got a bruised shin at halftime or right before halftime. I don't know necessarily when it happened, but he did not come back for the rest of the game for a bruised shin. So that's why I'm staying away from him. If you're not going to play with a bruised shin, then I'm not going to play you or bet on you. Because that's soft. Okay, so that one ended up missing. He had 4 going into halftime. He was going to clear this pretty easily. And then I had Pascal Siakam over 2.5 assists. He cleared that pretty quickly and easily. I had a parlay that the Minnesota Timberwolves money line missed on that because I thought they were going to get Detroit on a back-to-back, and Anthony Edwards decided to take everything into his own hands, and it did not work out for them. So that parlay ended up missing. Everything else hit. And then I had Max Christie over 3s. His volume went from 6 a game down to just a couple of 3s. He only made 1. I had Siakam points assist, which was another Siakam read that actually had a better hit rate than the assist, and that one went under. Then I had Gary Trent Jr. Over 3s, and he didn't start playing until the second quarter. So a lot of lineup changes there. So a lot of mid-season things happening with trades, guys getting injured, lineup changes, all that stuff, minutes, rotation changes, trying to play the rotational guys, and it did not work out. So that's why I'm going with a couple of unders here, and hoping that these hit, and I'll probably take a look at more unders as we're kind of in this mid-season grind part of the year where things just become a little bit more unpredictable, and what happened in the past isn't happening in the present or the future, whatever you're watching it. So gonna get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.